Hey everyone, this is a quick review of the Best Choice Products 12-volt Jeep. This thing is pretty awesome, and I'm going to show you why it's great for kids and parents. My daughter absolutely loves this little Jeep. She'll go off-road in it, down big hills. It's got the power to climb up pretty steep hills as well. These don't look super steep in the video, but they are, trust me. That's a really big slope that she's going up here. Controls on this are pretty simple. There's a forward, stop, and reverse. There's just a single gas pedal. If they let off the gas pedal, the vehicle comes to a stop. The steering wheel, obviously, you got the power on button and the headlight button. Over here you have your Bluetooth controls, and you also have the voltage displayed for the battery so you know when it's time to charge it. On the steering wheel, you've got a couple buttons. You've got a horn, and then you've got an engine sound. Both doors have a magnet catch and swing open so they can get out either side. This thing does great on the road or sidewalk. It also does awesome off-road. It actually has a working suspension on this, so if your kid's going over bumpy terrain, it's not going to transfer all of those bumps when they're driving it. Rider capacity on this is pretty good. My 4-year-old's a little bit on the smaller side, and she's got a ton of growing room. She'll be able to use this for a few years to come. This has working headlights and taillights, which is a great safety feature if your kids are driving at dusk. Runtime on this thing is actually pretty good. I think the longest we've driven with this at once is 45 minutes at top speed the whole time, and it still had power left. It charged in about 4 hours after that, so I'd expect you can get definitely an hour of solid runtime with this. The hood actually has real catches on it, and that's where the battery is. You open it up, here's your battery. To charge it, just unclick this and fasten it to the charger. From completely empty, charge time on the battery for this is about 8 hours. It's got a charger that has a red light when it's charging, and it turns green when it's done. One of the best things about this is the parental remote that comes with it. So you can go forward, backwards, left or right with this remote. You can also set the speeds, slow, medium, or fast. The best feature of this remote is the emergency stop button. You just hit the P for parking brake, and it comes to a complete stop, and you cannot control the vehicle from inside until you hit that button again. So if your kid is headed towards a busy street, or if they're gonna run into your neighbor's expensive car, you just hit that button and you can keep them safe. Another great thing about the remote is if your kids aren't quite sure about driving it on their own, you can drive it for them while they ride and they can still have fun. The range on the remote is really good too. I've used it from over 100 feet away and it works no problem. Assembly on this thing is pretty straightforward. I think it'll take most people less than an hour. You only really need a Phillips head screwdriver. Everything else is included. Now, one of the best parental hidden features on this thing is back right here. There's a grab handle that pulls out. This is metal with a cushion grip. And if your kid runs out of batteries in the middle of nowhere, you don't have to pick this whole thing up. You actually just kind of walk off like a caster, like rolling luggage. So I'm really impressed with the power this thing has. It can go up pretty steep inclines without really missing a beat. My daughter stopped at the bottom of this hill and then got it started and going uphill with no problem, and it climbed it all the way to the top. So overall, I think this is one of the best toy purchases we've ever made for my daughter. We've had it for over a month. It's holding up great, and she's driven it pretty much every day.